The first delay is to start off. Hello everybody, and welcome back to that. 67. Jesus Christ. I hope you're all doing fantastic still. Don't know how long you've been playing. I'm getting kind of tired. We're gonna go until I can't go for no more. That's just for Alex. Unread messages, please. Udom Bedford. Udom Wingman's Wingman Bedford to Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Reply. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me. Merely a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing around your space abilities. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Okay. What about logs? Shrink ray, hammer power, black market wood. Shrink ray. Note to self. Remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw it, in actuality, with my own two eyes. A sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab. Just sitting there for the taking. If the grey hair would forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked us a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create a thing where the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had, Alex Hawthorne. Number 2, hammer power. Last time, I got sloshed. I mean, was imbibing at the Lost Hope on the Crownbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on 2 Mardets, yammering on about a mad scientist some years back, who claimed he made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like, none of us have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardets said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. It could be another one of the weapons that's inspired Wells. Log entry 3, titled Black Market Leads. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth and Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times. But Architect be damned, he's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony, like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. It's not to respect in that. Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants in the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Sweet. Okay, that's interesting. Science weapons, shrink ray. I think Parvati is on the ship. Hello, Sam. The note responsive to auto mechanical. Serial number etched into a chassis includes the letters SAM. Lots of stuff. The modern steel engine. This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margins. Ah. Petunia the plant. This is not a petunia. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to assault the blade. First trench doctor forgave me. She's been a friend ever since. Interesting. Spade is a pet killer. I don't see why she needs light ammo. She's going to be carrying a shotgun. And science weapons. This must be her dad. Stern older man with a warm eyes. Yeah, decent book. In a horrifying vision of the future, the board has been overthrown by the seditious and slovenly savages of Monarch. Only Halcyon and Helen can rescue the colony from indolence and entitlement. Approved for the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Interesting. This must be mine. Really jack shit in here, is there? Well, I have a poster. And honestly, that reminds me of when we went home. Got a TV stand, got my bed, got a couch. Nice. What's that? Index of banned literature. Oh. Interesting. Not something to talk about though. So specifically like ice whiskey. Vicar. That's a lot of books. Especially of equality and equations. Oh, equity and equations, sorry. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose. The glue now yellowed and cracked on its surface. The journal of Maximilian de Soto. The scribblings on these journal pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Max. Why do you have him? Tosswell trading cards. Impossible to put down. Board of Scientific Inquiry, Office of Literature. This endorsement has been approved. Monte Cleo's Darlings. Signed by Seymour Whitlock, who held the record for most on-the-field fatalities for 3 consecutive seasons. How you doing, Vic?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
I'd like to know something about those I'm flying. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about
My
it?
parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud you became a vicar at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it.
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Okay. God, that's a lot of dialogue. Seems quite trusting of you to just sign off that and know.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What about you? What's your story?
I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
He stole my money from the Hope of the Edge colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Take over the world. I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Just because, you know, it's the right thing to do.
A commendable attitude.
Tell me again about the book we picked up that's...
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Okay. Any ideas where we can find someone who...
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Sounds like a good lead.
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. A great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data card security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How will the crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure and track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled...
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Captain.
Sweet. Someone's. This will be someone's. Forget whose. I remember the name of one. That's gonna be fun. The latrine.
Engine temperature is in the normal range.
How you doing, alright?
Something busted, Captain?
Did Did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like it when you talked to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you actually are good at this and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Did you get much time with him after you got back?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Break time's over. Alright, so we're going to start modifying our stuff now. Mostly because we need to, but also because I'm going to outfit Parvati. No, Vigor Max, sorry. A sawed-off shotgun and a staff. You know, I think that would be better for him. Maybe this. Nah. As for the sawed-off shotgun, wouldn't you like an assault rifle? There you go, Vicar. Now, let's see what we can give you. Plus 10 hack. Minus 30 threat. Easy. Okay, so that's fine. Range damage, armor rating, melee damage, combat effect duration. Look at his security terminal. I'm gonna ask him about the SAM. Good. I can tinker with everything though. 53 to 57. 66 to 72. 6. I mean, it's not much to upgrade them. But what's it like if repair all equipped? 13 and 9. Yes. So don't need this. No. Break me down. Don't need a plasma gun. No. We don't need a shotgun. We'll keep those. I mean, that would make us weak to some stuff. Auto pistol. Now that I wouldn't mind changing to shock. So as a rifle, give it more magazine size, but we don't need to. It's pretty good as it is. Assault rifle ever. Change that to plasma. Give ourselves a melee weapon. Yeah, sounds good to me. You can always change it later if you want to. We don't need that, I don't think. It's just an iron sight. Maybe you can. Doesn't hurt. We'll leave it alone for the rest of it. The companions' weapons don't really need to be touched. These right now. Let's tinker with some stuff. There we go. Oh, I read it wrong. No, those will be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So. Where's the storage thing? Actually, what am I doing? I can always get more of these. Break them down. Oh no, wait, I'll sell them. Sorry for that, locker. All our mods in here. Every last one. There we go.
Welcome back, Captain. How can assistance?
Know anything about the mechanical gathering dust in the janitor's
The
closet?
unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Okay. I'll move some next.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Play my
Now
favorite
playing
song.
a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
That's not-
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Okay. That's the worst thing ever. Sorry guys, give me 1 sec.
Why was the chemist sad? Because all her beakers are gone. As you wish, Cap.
That's enough.
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if I don't have power?
I
source?
prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope? When I
guess so.
simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
Oh, like
Traveling
that.
the system with you, Captain.
What about your last captain? Do you miss him? There's one
Do
captain
you
that
know
saves
what it
them.
feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been
If
other
you
captains of
mean,
the ship?
was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Let's
How
talk
can I
about
be
something
of assistance?
else. I'd like
What
to know
part
more
of the
about the
colony
colony.
would you like to discuss?
Phineas'
Yes.
orbital lab.
As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
What do you
There's
know
a
about
bounty on his
Phineas?
head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
Make it so, Ado.
I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a laser weapon system.
Why'd you say the landing
The
might be
outlaw
rough?
scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
I want to
Of
ask about
course.
somewhere else.
What part of the colony?
Tell me about the
We're
groundbreaker where
clear
we're
to
headed.
dock with the groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
You can take care of that for us,
I
right?
can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Great,
You
thanks.
are more than welcome, Captain.
I feel like Ada helps us. Well, give them a spiel on
The
groundbreaker.
Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with station representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
Awesome.
How can I be of assistance? May
you
luck be
later.
with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Yeah, because people need luck. That's why there are games of chance. And games of Dungeons and Dragons. Search term Sam. First Sam result. Experimental note 0165. 01695, sorry. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part Sud's Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat-modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. But I do. Wow. I got 7,200 XP for that. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker, who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd get back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop, back to the Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Okay. So we can talk to Sam now? Maybe? Find an acid steeper. Roseway. Security terminal on the Groundbreaker. Phineas, the science open on the Groundbreaker. Okay, well, we'll get the Groundbreaker, then we'll go to Roseway. We talked to everybody, we tinkered with our weapons, we're good to go. I don't think you can tinker with armor. You can. There we go. I can actually modify this too. Do Do I have anything? Motherfucker. Moth stunts damages melee attackers. Yes. Increased tech skills. Melee and defense skills. Dialogue skills and leadership skills. Yes. Increases noise made while moving. What does that mean? Fuck if I know. Tech kit, thug kit, backpack, geographic scanner. So this suit's gonna stay with me for a long time. But hey, what's our weight? 57 out of 100. Maybe we should put it in the bin upstairs in our cabin. Do. Yep, there we go. Let's go. Let's go to Phineas's lab first.
We have
Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, but some landing bases require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself? Or welcome back, Captain. How can take care?
Well, Ada, you did good. Congratulations. Alright. Let's go. Parvati and Vicar. Because why not? Go see this mad scientist is up to.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
Nice asteroid you got here, bud.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Hello, Doctor.
Thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
For what it's worth, I appreciate you pulling me out of the Hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
I wanted to talk to you about something else.
What's on your mind?
Is there some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Man. Less than a year after that joke is made. And I wish we had plenty of toilet paper in the world. But everyone's buying thousands of boxes of it a day. Got a moment to talk. Have you met my crew
No,
yet?
and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Relax, they're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular.
You're right, I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Yes, indeed, well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress.
There's something else I want to talk to you about. Never mind. Science weapons. Science weapons are unique weapons that have a strange and powerful effects. Science weapon damage and the strength of their effects both increase as your science skill is increased.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
I shall, but first... Parvati, what's your skill with science weapons? Ah, Vicar Max? You have good science. Unfortunately, I think I have better science. Just barely. That's because my tech skills increasing. Sneak, dialogue, trees. That's so good. I think I'll give this shrink ray. Oh wow, I used energy. Yeah, okay, so Vigor Max here. You can have science weapon. The shrink ray. Oh my god, look at it. Look at it. He looks good. I'll let him keep. You and Parvati gonna be wearing some heavy armor for a bit. Most because I need tanks. And nothing's more intimidating than a tank with a shrink ray.
The Sissy pigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Tumors everywhere. Construction mechanical, scrap. Take all those. More Sissy pig stuff. Yeah, just look at that ugly motherfucker. Oh. Cannons. What does it say? A melted pig. Ew. Assault rifles and stuff. Pocket watch. Ooh, terminals. Lots of scrap. Damn. Messages. Bypass. Lith. Cause undetermined. Original message appended. I worked it out. Explain details later. We're difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a new associate to outside Terra 2 near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust them only about 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Yeah, I know it is. That's why I was messing with it. Mr. Wells. Mr. Wells, what are you doing with this thing? I honestly forget what that's called, but I know I hate it. I'll take some more Sissy pig meat. Ah, poster. I'll take those. I'll take that. Take another one. I'm gonna decorate my entire ship with posters of animals. Obscure body in the SK system. You spent over 4 decades in space, nothing but the technology of this little chamber keeping you alive. The rest of your fellow colonists are still trapped in similar chambers,
Reviving
waiting
you
for
from
you to restore
hibernation
them.
was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
Hibernation helmet.
Old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Dehibernation experimentation notes. Dosage appears to be working. Slight differences from process in Sissy pigs, not beyond expected boundaries. Microscopic assessment shows no signs of sudden traumatic mass cell wall collapse. Encouraging. Reminder still need to mop up pig. Need to get a view into the cranium to see what's going on with the neurons. Oops, hand slipped. Likely effects? Nothing important. May have numbness in left heel. Who even needs that? Looking at the sample, evidence of hyperactive production of dopamine and Curious. No evidence of entropic effects on neurons, however. Very exciting, I can keep them from exploding. Raising core temp another 5C for 1 hour. Oops, forgot I had a probe in the brain. Jostled with the elbow. Subject may suffer numbness in right earlobe. Acceptable. It's ridiculous telling mostly frozen slab of meat you're doing fine, Bill. Practicing bedside manner important to AIDS recovery. You're doing fine, Bill. Curious about the neurochemical production. Side effect of prolonged hibernation. Subject may experience tachypoxia. Exaggerated fight-or-flight response. Checked brainwave. Found sharp uptick in perceptive cognitive processing when I jostled the probe. Fascinating. Equivalent to the speed of common fly's brain. Could be useful. In stressful situations, subjective time dilation. See world movie in slow motion. Would everyone from the Hope have this sort of brain damage, or is it peculiar to Bill? Can't wait to awaken more from Hope. Study in detail. Is it even right to call this effect brain damage? It seems like enhancement to me. Who would want on-call, hyper-fast cognitive responses? Am I envious? To expand the span of breath to an eternity? To be able, just for a moment, to perceive the world in all its infinite detail. Core temp up, still stable. No sign of cell wall decay, neurological necrosis. Beginning next 5C over 1 hour cycle. Yes, I do believe I envy you, Bill. I can calculate the movement of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of men. Isaac Newton. Oh, good experiments. Lots of reading in this one. Hey, Lana, how are you? How are you doing, Lana? Log experimentation 173. Eureka! Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death, a very respectable 6%. Bad news, difficult to acquire. Limited quantities of compound, likely produced by Auntie Cleo. Recently discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. Must find more. Experiment 938. Artificial stasis successfully induced in Cystipig specimen. Revivification completed. Cystipig tissue returned to living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nucleation. Attempting treatment. Treatment progressing. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. Explosive cell deaths. Finished cleaning liquefied remains of Cystipig from laboratory floor, walls, and equipment. Fresh out of Auntie Cleo's experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified creamer substitute. Finished brewing, adding 2 ounces of Spacer's Choice. Atrocious, felt part of self die on the inside. Reminder, add Spacer's Choice to the list. Note self to buy more mouthwash. Have spared one of my stock of experimental Cystipigs to be used as a renewable source of nourishment. Have named this lucky pig Bubbles. Giving an animal a name establishes a rapport and creates a positive emotional bond. Allegedly improves flavor of the tumors. Must look into that. Excellent creatures, Cystipigs. Don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcine succulents. Sawing a pig from meat instead of harvesting tumors that ripen naturally. Falling off the flesh like mock apples off of a tree. Seems the height of barbarity. Truly a miracle of modern science. That made me feel dirty. Bypass. Have procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he didn't name his ship after the quality of his services. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod as soon as the arrival process is complete. Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Law willing, he isn't a total buffoon. One sec, guys. Sorry about that, I'm back. Return to route.
I'm not able to do that.
I wasn't asking you to do shit. Where's Bubbles? Hello, you. You are a sad, sad thing, big, aren't you? Let's see if we can
I
talk
hope
to him.
you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell and his cronies are not your friends. They might tempt you with promises of wealth, but don't be fooled. They're just using you for their own ends. What's on your mind?
Got a moment to talk? Don't you ever leave your lab?
Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia.
That's a bleak view of the world. Not what I meant. Don't you have some kind of life outside of your work?
Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
Indeed. Why are you so obsessed with reviving the Hope's colonists?
Because we've lost our way. The board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you. People who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense.
Yeah, but you revived me, so you must have solved the problem.
Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the Hope. Get it?
Yeah, I get it. Glad to hear that. Everyone in the Hope is depending on
We'll
us.
do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading.
Goodbye, Phineas. Let's go, guys. Meow. Meow. Beep. Wow, I've already been streaming an hour. Really doesn't feel... Feels like I started like 5 minutes ago. Damn. I have acquired many posters. Man. So I wish I would hope were in my room, but obviously not. I have indeed acquired posters. And pocket watches. Where are they going? Is this my room? Is this my room? Ah. Things have been found in the digestive system of a common raptidon. Intact Kansas Space's Choice Saltuna, other smaller raptidons, bottle of purpleberry wine, bit cards, the remains of last season's Auntie Cleo darlings. Okay, so what about the pocket watch? All things exist for a reason. All things have a purpose to serve. Okay. I really feel like I should tinker a little bit more. But I don't think I should as well. Like, there. That should be fine. We'll be alright for a bit. Worst comes to worst, we start selling everything. Okay, we gotta go there. Nope. Asteroids, Tartarus. So what that is, Olympus, Monarch. Okay, so there's Edgewater. Oh wait, is that Edgewater? No, it's not. Where the fuck was I at then?
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark. Welcome
Thank you,
back,
Ada.
Captain. How can I'll be...
Never mind, goodbye.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about
I
her?
was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure. You could head over to engineering now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Nope. I think we're good. Let's go.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Look how sleek hers is, and look how messy his is. I'm gonna get you some corporate armor, sir.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little Back Bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear your side. What happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
That's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of the Unreliable. Well, technically, the previous captain died
so
in a horrible
your ship's
accident.
got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name. I'm Bill.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See
you around,
boss.
Felix.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Hey.
Quietly now.
That was almost really bad. I believe.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Yes, sir. In fact, I do mind. Something a dick. My ship. What a wonderful ship it is. Alright. Hello, ma'am. Various crimes and violations of the board policy include any or all of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy to commit conspiracy.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
McRed. Dead or alive, Captain Gunnar McRed. For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaking property, unpaid knocking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning McRed's whereabouts. Fair reported tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Okay. It's not like I have 68 to drink. You're kidding, right?
What do you think you're doing?
Damn it. I was just leaving.
Just be careful next time.
No.
We've got trouble!
Run. Gonna pretend that didn't happen. Gonna pretend that didn't just happen. Okay, good. It's actually great. Means I might be able to steal this.
Right this way.
No, I won't be able to.
Yeah, I've done work for Subway. Need to pay the bills somehow.
I'll keep quiet.
Got it.
Incoming!
What? 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 Why? But why? Why? What? Guess I'll just leave those alone for now. God damn it. Don't know that, but whatever. Any of this. I'll build my thousands up again. Even if it takes me forever.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
How you doing, sir?
Identification, please.
Here you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Take it back. I'm not Hawthorne. That isn't my ship.
Oh, thank the law. I could use a diversion. Tell me more, then. Really sell it to me.
I won the ship in a poker game. Hawthorne gave me his ID so I can fly.
Please. You can do better than that. Where's the drama?
Hawthorne died in a crash. I took his ID so I could fly a ship.
Not fond of that story. It lacks dazzle. What else have you got?
Abducted me. Made me work his ship for
I like
free.
where this is headed. What happened to this, vile kidnapper?
He's
You must
dead.
feel terrific. Good for you.
So you believe I'm not Hawthorne?
Not in the least. Good story, though.
Oh. How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out. I'm gonna ring this Bedford guy.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Wait. Those giant SAM cleaning units for surgery?
Much appreciated. Is there anything else
Okay. I'm looking for someone named Gladys.
Offense. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Can I find a job around
Maybe.
here?
Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
I'm looking for something a little more
Commandant
local.
Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Got it, thanks.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
How does Halcyon Holdings
Are you
work?
pulling my leg?
I'm new.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
How does Groundbreaker fit into
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
So there's actually a boardroom somewhere with all
Sitting
these
around, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help.
Got it. I didn't think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
What do you know about Sublight
They strip the
Salvage?
parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
That's all I need to know. Alright. What can you tell me about Udom
He's
Bedford?
friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Sounds like a fun guy.
Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told.
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udom takes it to an, unhealthy level.
Seems like there's some tension between
You
the board
noticed,
and
huh?
Groundbreaker.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Why can't Groundbreaker and the board just work together?
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
I'm glad it terrifies them.
Sounds like,
sounds
yeah.
complicated.
But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing.
Thanks for the info. Looking for a drink. Any
Most
recommendations?
places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Be seeing
See
you.
you around. Quest objective. Requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate
This
hostilities.
is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Hello?
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I'm interested in that Merrick Red bounty. Where can I
Last
find
tip
him?
we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
What bounties do you have
Still waiting to
available?
hear back on that bounty for McRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker's keeping calm at the moment.
I can't help but notice the bounty posting on Phineas
The
Wells.
outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what-fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it.
Is this Wells fellow a famous criminal or something?
To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all.
So what's it like working a security detail on a space
Do I look
station?
like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Alright.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
What's up, Mardet?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Why Mardet not
The
guard or
original
officer?
force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
I'll be on my way.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
Just getting my bearings. What do you do here?
This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Why can't you take incident reports?
I'm not so good at filing. mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times, well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Do you, I don't know, do tours or something?
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not, we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
We're friends, right, Lee? Do me a favor and I'll owe you one.
All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Sweet.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Nice.
There it is. Just yank the drive and I'll do the rest.
Security logs. Sublight put a bid on one of our impounds. Generous one too. Negotiate for the usual finder's fee and get it. Then give Lilia her salvage. Brawl, the last hope. Freelancers versus board. Freelancers 1. Arrest a freighter captain with more bits than brains. Hawthorne ship impounded by order of Udon Bedford. Still no clue why Hawthorne associates with that board snake. The guy from the back bays roughed up the moon kid. Raving mad, warned me that the moon was going to bring about the end times. He was flying high on whatever McRed grows down there. Got a sworn testimony that McRed is spotted at the rest and go. Not that anyone will corroborate it. Remember to keep an eye on Gladys. Detective Freelancer was cagey about his business. Confiscated his personal belongings while waited for questioning. Modified jock pistol, hatchet, a metal hoop, prayer beads, locked container. He fled before we could get down to it. Left his thing behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station. Until the idiot shows his face again, which is likely to be never.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Nice. Back of the security station. Where's that going to be? I'm gonna assume back here. Ooh. Yep. Body figure, please.
Gosh, that's clever.
Gosh, that's clever. Hi. Steel hoop. You found an ID cartridge to use the holographic shroud. You now automatically be disguised when entering the associated restricted area. Which one did I grab? My debt ID cartridge. Useful. Take the plasma rifle. Ammo. What you got? Oh shit, really? That's also on my ID cartridge. I'm gonna hide now.
stay in the public areas and we'll get along fine.
Got my sights on you.
What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
Chief Tennyson?
Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters.
Leadership the size of Groundbreaker must be a challenge.
Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly.
See you around. Journal.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
That seems all awfully convenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Damn it. Perception's not high enough. Fine.
This is Halcyon News.
Halcyon News. Media circus surrounds circus time clowns. The politics of Tossball have grown increasingly turbulent of late, with their circus time clowns trading out every single member of their team. As to comment on the upheaval, the Owners' League released a statement saying that the clowns' failure to reach the finals was a deciding factor in their organizational rearrangement. When questioned about the values of this overall team, a representative from the clowns stated that their goals remain the same as ever. Toss, ball,
Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Chairman salutes Earth Minister Clark. Chairman Walkwell took time out from his busy schedule today to talk to us about Minister Clark and his impact on the colony. Working with Minister Clark has been truly wonderful these past 8 years. His predecessor did a fine job, but Clark's brilliance cannot be overstated. The early retirement program is just the latest in a long line of initiatives he has spearheaded that will ensure Halcyon continues to be the envy of all the outer colonies. We couldn't agree more, Mr. Chairman.
The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Nice. Oh man, there's so much stuff here that I could just take. My stealth skill is higher. What's up here? Anything? What's in here? Can I fit this? I can. Boop. So what's down here? Enemy.
Rest with us.
Something going on over there?
Somebody was trying to fix this up, but looks like they ain't been here in a long while.
Something going on over there?
Sweetie.
Here they come.
Oh shit.
That's the last.
And now I don't hear anything but this. Because even the heavy mechs can be downed because of shock. Oh, God, I love it. It's through here. I'll take all that. Anything in here? Doesn't look like there's anything down there. Take all that. Repair hangar keycard. Where did I get the repair hangar keycard? Oh, stuff here. Take all that, I guess. Don't know how I found that, but okay. Prismatic hammer. Science weapon. Hammersmith was working a hammer weapon, the Pulse Hammer. When its rival company, Aramid Ballistics, stole the plans, rushed into development, and beat them to market, all the while ridiculing Hammersmith with a marketing campaign, while having no hammers in their weapon line. Hammersmith's executives demanded the ultimate hammer to be produced, whose prototype was so expensive that it never entered production. Well, Vicar Max. Looks like you're getting a hammer. Granted, it's weaker, but you never know what it'll do. He's got a shrink ray and a giant fuck-off hammer. Parvati, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the shock stick instead of your hammer. It's actually exactly the same. But this, yeah, I'm definitely giving her that. She has a shot cannon, so that's fine. Alright, what does the terminal say? Oh dear God. Discovery. Entry 1. While rummaging through the back base, I discovered a very old Hammersmith crate that seemed to have been sealed for a very long time. A bit of elbow grease and determination pried it open, but I couldn't make heads or tails of my discovery. A prototype hammer. I didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers, but I brought it to my lab for a closer look. How strangely it glows. The trail of its wake lingers even when my eyes are closed. I spent more time on the hammer. Its internal workings are state-of-the-art. Thermal, electrical, chemical systems all working in harmony. How is this even possible? The weapon is a breakthrough in all circuitry and engineering, and many of its systems appear rigged against tampering. There's a curious energy signature swirling about the weapon, though I have yet to identify the source. The air tastes of copper, and I have lost several teeth. I've had the most sublime, prismatic dreams since I invited the hammer into my bedchamber. Never mind that for now. Good news first. The energy signature matches Blondiot's elusive N-rays, raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4. Shock, plasma corrosion, and radiation. Now for the bad. In my attempts to neuter the self-destruct functionality, I inadvertently caused a small fire. The hammer's manual controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through its elemental modes. I must take greater care with future experiments. I've taken the liberty of locking myself in the workshop. My tinkerings are all for naught. This is no prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfections. The hammer is a lesson, a symbol. It whispers to me that disorder rules all things. With little ambition we can harness that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson Halcyon is not ready to hear. Well, Vicar Max, use that hammer well. You can leave now, right? Yoink. Right here. Workshop, security station. Skill points available. Oh, I leveled up. Also, effect duration, corrosion damage, and N-ray damage plus 5. Tinkering cost for science weapon is capped. Break down weapons and armor for a 20% chance to extract a basic mod. It's useful. Yeah. We should at least get these to 40. So the next 10 will be in ranged, and then I'm going to stop ranged because of the critical damage. That'll help. I think I'm just going to go persuade and just lie and... Well, I could put 4 points into that. 2 points into these. I'll just put 2 points into this to unlock power and sweep attacks. But this is definitely up there on the need to do thing. So, did I not? God damn it. What did I do? Apply. There we go.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
Stay in the public areas and we'll get along fine.
Hey!
Rizzo's Triple Berry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch.
Okay, so... drinks... Spacious choice rest of the road.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
I mean, we could try.
I don't have time for this.
What was that? What do you think you're doing?
I am gonna have to stop soon. Say another couple minutes. I've got some stuff to do. And unfortunately, streaming is not one of them. But I will probably stream later on in the... Oh, son of a bitch. Well, it's good that we already read all these. There we go. The next 10 will be into tech, and that'll be fun.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your...
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
That's fair, Milo. How do you do business with the Promenade
Of course.
merchants?
Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
I'm looking for
Gladys. You can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
How's
Fine,
life?
As long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
How does Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
You mentioned
our local
Sublight.
Garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
I'll be on my way. Thank you.
Okay, quiet.
Elite troop armor. Don't know what key I had for that, but hey, requires rest and go key card to unlock. Oh. I need another rest and go key
We
card.
interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
bet some of the freighter compounds.
Are scheduled to air soon. Scanning has lost the loop.
Not this guy. Pay to view movies. Yeah, nope. Access to guest messages. Be careful. From Veritas. One of UB's squealers came asking for you. Want to know what you like to drink, who you talk to, what your temperament's like. Tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in. Don't want to find you in the waste disposal chute. I see. It's been a while since I heard from you. You're on that long haul out to Devon. Dutchkova right now. I hope it goes well. I got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's just a storage room, but it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees or nothing, just let me buy you a beer. Please stop. Mr. McRed, we reviewed your proposal for the 10th time and still do not agree that the galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rizzo beverage. Even if we were to pursue the idea, the samples used in this were dangerously hallucinogenic. The unopened package alone caused mayhem in our receiving bay. Please don't reach out to us again. I really would take all that, but I can't. Nobody in here, right? Nobody. Good. I can fucking take everything. Not nailed down. Not really worth anything. Well, I broke my legs again.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Please no, please no, please don't, please don't. Son of a bitch. Oh, this bitch. Oh, this bitch. Skeletal muscular. Creature moves through for a short time when you enter tactical time dilation. Nice. A flamethrower. Officer's spine. That's not a bad weapon. Well, it's a good thing, I think so. Nope. Maybe. Don't need that. Hey, Vicar Max. Why don't you get rid of that shit? And, take care of some of that. There you are. Fuck it. Just sell everything. Everyone has what they've been using anyways. 9,000. Oh my dear God. It doesn't tell you how much you have either. I have plenty though. Ordnance control. A medium armor type. Which not bad. Not too bad, because you can upgrade them.
Yeah, because she remembers you. When you were sick, you took your temperature. When you were hungry,
All of these. I have 74 adrenal, and this is hard. Maybe I should have done Supernova.
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed. Oh, you can feed the sprats, sure enough. But then the neighbors start moaning about hygiene. You can't just help yourself to whatever you want. What do you think you're doing?
How did you even see me?
Incoming.
I don't think so. Guards, help!
How far away is it going to put me? Hopefully not far. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna stop. I think. I think that's a good place to end it. I am tired. Oh. Well, I mean... I'll take the weapons. Who the fuck opened the door? We don't open the door. There we go. I think we'll end it here. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night and take care. Bye-bye.